Here is the truth about starting a coaching business. What I wish I knew earlier before I started and what challenges I faced. Let me give you a context to this video before I actually talk about the challenges and what I have learned by telling you shortly how I started. I never dreamed of becoming a coach. This was never in my mind, and actually I even despised the idea of taking money for helping someone with advice or like giving directions or just like, sharing my expertise. Till one day I have realized that unpaid advice has no value in people's eyes. So sad that after asking for an advice, people never did what I have advised to. It was really frustrating. I felt like it was a waste of my time. I also felt devalued. My self-esteem was impacted negatively, and it inspired my action. So I decided to sell my knowledge. My actual motivation was not to allow people to use my time without doing anything with this advice or the directions that I gave. Well, I understand that everyone has a choice, and sometimes people can find out what you think about their situation in any industry, and then they decide that this advice is not for them. Yeah, but what I'm referring to is when people, they come for advice, they actually accept the advice, but they never act on it. So there are no actions that follow in this advice, and this is what's frustrating. So making people to pay for their advice, it felt like they will appreciate the knowledge they get. I was sure it will motivate them to action upon it. So back in 2020, I have made my offer, and I actually got 10 clients within a week who paid forward for my services. It could be 10 sessions or 5 sessions. That's how I sold my offer. All the following month was booked. I was excited. But by the way, if you want me to create a separate video about my coaching journey, please let me know in the comments. I can cover questions like what offers did I make, how did I acquire 10 clients in a week that were able to pay forward, and how did I build my work, and more questions. You can write them in the comments. I was inspired and excited, and my students were too. Actually, this was exactly what they wanted, and the disappointment was still waiting for me at the end because no one actually did what I taught on coaching sessions after the coaching sessions. Waste of time, right? At least they paid. Still, this outcome brought a lot of frustration, and I stopped coaching for a year, maybe more. You see, coaching without having a result to show at the end is waste of time because it's unsustainable business. If you can't show results after your coaching sessions, who will invest time and money in your coaching sessions further? This is number one. And secondly, how you will sell something that doesn't work or don't bring results. It doesn't mean that your knowledge that you are sharing is not applicable. I was teaching people what I already applied to my life, what worked in my business, in my industry, and I was just teaching them the steps. Despite all my efforts, it didn't work well. Imagine that some students were sleeping, and I had one student who actually spoke and was talking and talking about himself and what he wanted to do all 10 sessions. So do you think he had results at the end? I fell into a trap, which I found out later was misconceptions that are very common among people who want to start a coaching business. For me, the coaching, it was a tool. I didn't, as I said, it's not something I pursued because I wanted to be a coach. I just wanted people to bring results after what I'm teaching them. So let's discuss what are the misconceptions that are out there that are misleading or they are not quite true. Number one, people believe that coaching is easy. Because of this belief, I haven't managed my energy properly. I have allowed people to book 5 sessions a day with me, and they were planned back to back, and it was 5 to 6 days a week for 1.5 months. What do you think I got as a result of this? Myself. Of course, I was paid, but also I lost my voice, like totally. I couldn't speak, there was no voice, I couldn't even whisper. I have found out what is hemorrhoid. This was a result of intensive sedentary work. And I can talk about other challenges in planning my coaching sessions in other video. Let me know if you want to know challenges and recommendations regarding planning your coaching sessions and life-work balance. This is what I can share in the next video on this topic. How to organize your coaching schedule, how to avoid the negative effects of sedentary work on your health, maybe how to create a simple booking system and free, and more questions. If you like this topic, then like this video so that more people will watch it and it actually will inspire me. So you can see that coaching is not that easy. For a successful coaching career, you have to have a good time management strategy and skills, and also you need to build a work-life balance so that you can continue for a long time. As you have learned by now, I wasn't able to continue more than 1.5 months, and I definitely had to change something. Another misconception is that coaching is just sharing your knowledge. Sharing your knowledge is not what helps people to have results. So you can package your knowledge nicely, make it available, make it very simple, but still it doesn't mean that people will be able to follow it. I have purchased some courses myself and I didn't even touch them, or I could start and then I wouldn't continue, despite my desire to do so, because life happens. Yes, truth is that life happens, and it means there are circumstances sometimes that we cannot change. There are some mental states that do not allow us to move forward, like lack of motivation, and sometimes it's just lack of skills to manage your time, to manage your space, and even to acquire knowledge. And many other factors impact your clients and their ability or inability to acquire results with the knowledge you are sharing. What I found out is that coaching is about creating the environment where the growth of your client is possible and easier than they would do it on their own. Another misconception is that you can start a business with just having an idea. Like, I have an idea, let me start coaching business. Actually, just recently I read in one Facebook group dedicated to life coaching a question for a person asking, I wonder if coaching is for me, should I start developing in this area? Well, that's a very strange question, because I'm thinking that coaching is not just business. It's a tool that help you to do something that you want to do. Like, you want to teach people and teach people in specific area, in specific industry, and you want them to have results. So coaching is a tool to do this. So let's address this misconception. Anyone can start a coaching business. I do believe that everyone can become a coach, but it doesn't work like Veni Vidi Vici, where you came, you saw, and you won. No, it doesn't work like this. You have to know how to build systems specifically for your clients and helping them to achieve their desirable results. So just blueprint, just any system that you buy online will not work for your specific audience unless you will have the same audience. But think of this, someone is selling a blueprint online, coaching blueprint, okay? They sell tools, they sell a system elements, and you purchase them, okay? And you will apply exactly the same to your audience. The person who sells this must be a fool, because actually they could just expand if it's the same audience. If it's not the same audience, then where is the guarantee that those tools will work? And if those tools will work, do you understand how to build systems? The environment we spoke about is actually element of the system that allows people to reach to the place they want to get and have results. And without system, your coaching will be frustrating for you and for the client, and very difficult. System is what makes the process easier and what makes the results predictable. It has such elements as support, pacing, environment, reporting, and reminding. All these elements and more elements. There are about 12 elements that have to be in the system for it to work. One more call to action. This time I want you to subscribe to my channel. I am sorry if you are tired of my requests, but wait a moment. I'm not sorry actually. Subscribe right now, because I can share a ton of content about building a system, like accountability system, environment system, motivation system, and more. So go and subscribe right now. Let me summarize some concepts that I wish I knew before I started my coaching business, and I'm happy that you will know them before you start. And if you have started, then maybe this information will be helpful for you. Coaching has to end with clients' results. Otherwise, it won't sell. Coaching time has to be balanced. Don't kill yourself. Coaching is more than just giving knowledge. It's also being a psychologist, understanding how people operate. And as a result of this, coaching is ability to build systems to help people to get results. You can do it with simply on your enthusiasm only. And number 5, well, actually, I don't have number 5. Maybe you have, so write in comments. And I see you in the next video.